Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to break down something super important in e-commerce. The huge difference between a business that just looks busy and one that's actually truly profitable. We're talking about building a real asset, not just a machine that burns through cash. So let's kick things off with a big question. You see a store online and they're boasting about hitting 100 grand a month in sales. Your first thought is probably, wow, they've totally made it, right? But here's the thing, that giant number can be a total illusion, hiding a much messier truth. And this points to a really dangerous trap that a lot of people fall into. It's so easy to think, hey, I've got traffic, orders are coming in, it must be working. But what's often happening is this vicious cycle where all the money that comes in the front door just gets shoveled right back out to pay for more ads. You're not building a business, you're just feeding the ad platforms. So this really breaks down into two totally different ways of doing things. On one side, you've got what we'll call the ad spinner. They're on this constant hamster wheel, just chasing the next sale with the next ad. Their whole setup is super fragile. And then on the other side, you have the business builder. They're playing the long game, focused on creating a system that's resilient, profitable, and built to last. All right, so first up, let's pull back the curtain on the biggest illusion in e-commerce, this idea that a huge sales number automatically means you're successful. I mean, a store can be doing massive turnover, but then you start subtracting all the real costs, the cost of the goods, what you're spending on ads, payment processing fees, shipping, logistics, and oh yeah, returns. All of a sudden, that profit margin just evaporates. You're left with a whole lot of activity, but absolutely zero real progress. And this is where it gets really, really important. Because what you choose to measure, well, that pretty much defines the kind of business you're going to build. And as you're about to see, the ad spinner and the business builder are looking at completely different dashboards. Just look at this split. It's night and day. The ad spinner is obsessed with all these top-of-funnel ad metrics, your click-through rates, your CPMs. These are just measures of activity. The business builder, though, they're focused on the actual financial engine. What's our gross margin? What's the lifetime value of a customer? Are people buying from us again? That's not activity, that's business health. Now, this difference in focus isn't just some theory, It leads to a massive fork in the road when it comes to strategy, especially around advertising. For the ad spinner, the whole model is built like a house of cards. When 90% of your sales are coming directly from paid traffic, you haven't really built a business. You've built a dependency. So just ask yourself this seriously. What would happen if you turned off all your ads tomorrow? If the answer is, well, my sales would grind to a halt, then you don't really have a business. You've got a temporary lease on customer attention, and any little change in an algorithm could bring the whole thing crashing down. Now compare that to how a business builder does it. See, paid ads are just one piece of a much healthier pie. They're an accelerator, not the foundation. You've got this great mix of traffic from loyal, repeat customers and people finding you through organic search. This is what resilience looks like. They can survive a shakeup on an ad platform because they've built real, genuine customer loyalty. This difference in thinking also completely changes how you solve problems. Let's say, for example, your sales suddenly take a nosedive. What do? The ad spinner's gut reaction is always to look outward. Their first thought is, we need new ads. Let's test more creatives. They're basically just trying to throw more money in flashy videos at the top of the funnel, hoping it'll paper over a much deeper problem with the business itself. But the business builder, they do the complete opposite. They look inward. They pop the hood and dive into what's called conversion rate optimization. They're asking the tough questions. Is our product page actually convincing? Is our checkout process a total pain? Do people even trust our website? They know that fixing the system you already have is way more powerful than just buying more eyeballs. And just think about the power of that for a second. Making a tiny 0.5% improvement to your website's conversion rate can have a bigger impact on your actual profit than just jacking up your ad budget by 20%. And you do it without any of the extra risk. Okay, this brings us to our last section, and honestly, it's maybe the most counterintuitive point of all when it comes to building a business that actually lasts. I know it might sound kind of backward, but the businesses that actually survive and thrive for years aren't the ones with the flashiest, most explosive launch. Nope, they're the ones that spent that crucial early time patiently testing their products, dialing in their processes, and building a rock-solid foundation. So what does that foundation even look like? Well, it's all about keeping the customers you already have. It's about retention. When people come back and buy again because they just love your product and the whole experience, not because you hit them with another ad, that's when you start building real compounding value. Every single person who comes back makes your business stronger from the inside out. And this quote it sums the whole thing up perfectly. The goal here isn't to win some short-term spending race. The real goal is to methodically, piece by piece, build a robust system that can handle market shifts, survive algorithm changes, and just keep on growing for years to come. So ultimately, that's the question you've got to ask yourself. Are you building a business that's totally dependent on advertising, or are you building one that's truly built to last? It's a huge shift in mindset, from endlessly chasing traffic to patiently building a real valuable asset. Thanks for watching The Explainer.